swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. We're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteers' offense will come out first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Butler. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first down. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
He's got him this time. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He breaks a tackle. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and 4. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown Volunteers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And 2 guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Anthony. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Simon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
That's caught. It's Williams. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn. Here comes the offense on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Francis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Puts it out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Volunteers looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Norman. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Butler. There he goes. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Fires to the tight end. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Jacksonville State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. With the catch, it's Anthony. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Georgia comes quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Steps away. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Georgia sends out the punt team. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss the last week, 4 times to be exact. Down. He makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'll run it. Shakes off the defender. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let it go. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. He unleashes a long one. Finds a spot in the middle. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Smashes in between the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. So here is the Tennessee offense. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Francis. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Butler. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Wants to adjust the pattern. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll ride the hot hand. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in fortunate, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just huge missed opportunity.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB...
The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up end. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Georgia going up tempo. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Dogs! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. got it behind the line. It's Davis. He's out past the 35. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a goal.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Picks up the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Inside the 30. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
The Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to Jacksonville State. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Anthony. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Simon.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And they spike it to stop the clock.
QB strikes the ball to stop the clock.
So now it's 2nd and long.
2nd down coming up.
Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires left. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking to pass. Lets it fly. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
I like it. Take the shot, throw it to the end zone, try to make a play, give your receiver a chance to make it. You know, you got to make plays. You're trailing late in the 4th quarter and you need touchdowns. Like, you got to come up with something big, and this offense just wasn't able to do it. Now, defense is going to have to go pull out some miracles, maybe an onside kick. Something great's going to happen to get back in this ballgame.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.